Welcome back to the Six Man Podcast.
21! Can you do something for me? Can you talk to the apps next for me?
21!
21! Can you do something for me?
You had to get that out of your
Can
system.
you talk to the ops next for me?
I guess he's not done.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah?
21! Okay.
How you feeling?
Oh, man. I feel rejuvenated.
Yeah?
You know? I'm just kidding. I actually don't. I had again,
No, I've been sleeping like crap.
ass. I did not get much sleep at all last night.
No, the whole time going through struggle season as I was leading up to the end of placement, and, you have to do reports and stuff, same as if you're in school, but
Yep.
just staying up really late and then getting up really early and just slowly over the course of the weeks just deteriorating as a person.
I would describe what I went through as deteriorating, yeah.
Yeah, I deteriorated.
I'm at a full deterioration. I am running on fumes is what I would say.
You haven't rejuvenated yet?
Not fully, no. I'm such an old person, bro. I need one or two more good sleeps.
That's fair.
So,
To be fair, a good sleep for you is like half a day.
genuinely.
You straight
half a
up
day.
sleep from
All right,
10
half
p.m.
a day isn't that much, bro.
till like 1 p.m. the next day, which
by,
I guess
by
is more
a day,
than
do you
15
mean 24 hours?
Yeah.
So a 12-hour sleep, yeah. I would say around
That's
there.
a long ass time to sleep,
yeah,
man.
no, that's a long. I honestly, I haven't slept for 12 hours in a while. I feel like.
I feel like that's some B energy. She'd do that.
Yeah, no, that's how she be moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that I don't know, I just feel like it's gonna get even worse though for me. Now that I'm on break and I don't have anything to do, I'm gonna why don't I just stay up till 4:30 in the morning
See, that's what I'm doing.
and send Nick a TikTok at
Yeah.
4?
My brother
Before
is
you go to bed.
visiting, so he's on BC time, so I'm trying to stay up with him.
When
But
did he get here?
he got here Monday.
Okay,
I went and picked him up.
I don't
Dude,
even know what day.
my
it is today.
my car died before. I had to call CAA so they could come give me
Really?
a boost. Yeah.
It's not working out for you then, is it?
What?
The new Civ.
It's working out. You just can't.
It just broke down.
You
What
can't.
do
No,
mean?
you can't park on the side of the road. Well, actually, I was parked in a parking spot. I was 10 minutes away from the airport. I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait for this dude to tell me he landed. I'm going to sit here and park. So I sat there and I had my friggin' beams on. And,
Why'd you have your high beams on sitting?
well,
in
not the
parking
high
lot?
beam, whatever it was beaming though.
Your
That's what I'm
headlights?
saying. Yeah,
Why'd you say beams?
the beams. Yeah, I don't know. But I fell asleep and my phone was charging too. And then I went to start my car at like 7 o'clock and it's like, bam, 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 like, and the lights are like,
that's brutal.
like flickering. I'm like,
That's how you
oh,
know.
I know what I just did.
I don't think I've ever done that, honestly.
Yeah, they got,
I
buddy.
also just haven't owned a car, but
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Buddy pulled up and fixed it literally within 15 minutes of me calling CAA.
Yeah.
That's the one thing in this country that I'll advocate for. Get CAA.
That's the one thing.
Yeah.
You won't advocate for anything else.
It's not worth it.
You won't advocate for anything other than CAA.
Not employment insurance, not any of that stuff.
Okay, well, yeah,
No.
I would agree there. But there's nothing you would advocate for.
Dude,
That's crazy.
I was so patriotic in the last episode. What is going on
Were
with me?
you?
Yeah.
Oh, just talking about hockey and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can be patriotic by saying that we have really good athletes. I would say that
Yeah.
we do have very good athletes, but everything else is
And wanting to support said country. But then when it comes to just how it functions politically,
just have
then I'm like, I'm a little
Are we
bit
about to start?
less.
Are we about to start talking about the economic state of the world right now?
Are we
The
really?
political and economic state of the world? Is that what he says?
Dude, we'll refrain from talking about the
Please.
political and economical
Please.
state of the world, but
Please.
to briefly touch on my stance.
We're not adults, so
No, we're like some weird in-between thing.
yeah.
Well, today, man, and this happens to me all the time, they'll read my age. They'll be like, you don't look that young.
I was gonna say, even with the goatee,
Yeah.
you look. They think you look older than 21.
Oh, absolutely.
21.
How old do I look?
I don't know. To me, you look 21.
But
I've
that's
known
because you
for-
have the knowledge
10
that I'm
years.
21.
Yeah.
But if you go back to me at 18 and me at 21, you'd be like, okay, that guy's like 25.
I think if you shaved, I would think that you were 19.
Yeah. The goal is to look 25 for 20 years.
That's not something that
I get 25 now. I don't get ID'd that much. And
If you look 25 at 21, you're not going to look 25 for another 20 years.
I sure hope so.
No, you can hope so. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now that
People-
probably won't happen.
People in my life will know that, but I want to be 40 years old and people go, "Oh, you're 40?
Yeah, that would
That's
be
what I
sick.
want."
That would be sick. I would be shocked if that happened.
No, to me? Are you saying I'm going to be an old, wrinkly-looking guy?
Don't. Yeah, I could see you being
Oh,
a wrinkler.
fuck. I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah,
I
I don't
need-
think I'm wrong either.
I need to take some notes from Pharrell. I need to moisturize.
Oh.
I need to do the skincare things that I have no idea what they are, but I need to do them.
I think Pharrell put Tyler on too, because Tyler's on that move too.
Is
Tyler's on that wave.
Tyler looking pretty?
All right, man. Yeah, no, Tyler is he's
No.
he's very about his skincare. Like
Yeah.
he talks about it in his music a lot too.
Yeah.
I forget the what he like says he has gooey ass skin.
Gooey ass skin.
Gooey skin.
That sounds like something Tyler would say.
Yeah, that is something Tyler would say.
Speaking of rappers, in the last episode, and I told you this, we said free Gunna,
Free one.
and they freed him the next day.
They listen.
They
listen.
heard us.
The government listens, bro.
Free Wanna.
The court. They put our pod on in the courtroom.
And everyone in the courtroom's like, shit, yeah,
Free
they're
Wanna.
right.
They're right.
We
gotta
need to
this
free
man.
him.
We need to free this man. He needs to drop another album. We
No,
need
all
to
they
free
did
him.
was they played Wanna, and the whole court's like, this is a crime that we have him in bars, like straight up.
What did he do again? Let's just free him now.
It was Rico.
My friend Turner said that too, Rico, which means racketeering, but I did not
Yeah.
know it meant racketeering.
Yeah.
I'd never heard that term before.
What's what the R stands for, I think.
Well, yeah, I know that now.
Yeah.
Is that what that one Drake song is about?
Yeah.
That's called Rico? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Because it's a common thing in like hip hop.
Yeah.
Enough about crime.
Remember Rico.
Although I am notorious in my family. Everyone talks about this because I talk about it a lot. It's kind of a joke, but kind of not. And this is me outing myself on the podcast. If one day I'm a suspect in a bank robbery,
I did it.
I did it. I'll tell you right now, I did it.
It was me.
I was 100%
That's
involved.
crazy. What if you didn't do it though?
No, that's the thing is now
you don't-
someone.
you think you're incapable of being
someone-
framed? Like, what are you talking about?
if I'm framed for a bank robbery,
yeah, no, honestly,
yo,
bro,
if you
that
go
is
to
an
the lengths,
intricate crime.
Yeah.
Like, there is a lot you have to do to really frame someone for bank robbery.
Well, my dad the other day was telling me about a bank job that happened when he lived in Alberta.
A bank job. Yeah, honestly, when's the last time someone got framed for a bank robbery? Either the real guy gets caught or no one gets caught.
Well,
That's it.
I just think the bank robbers are so focused on like getting away that
Yeah,
they
getting
don't
it.
even think to pin
Let me
it on.
just paint it on
Let's
this hostage.
pin it on the guy who works here. Like they never do.
It was
that.
him. There's no way. Yeah,
It's always like
That's so funny.
it's this band of misfits who just need the cash urgently.
What?
Have you not seen Public Enemies?
No.
That's the Johnny Depp movie where they literally at the end of the crimes are like, and if they want to know who else who did it, it was us. It was me. And they like shoot a bunch of guns and then drive away because the cops take hella time to get there.
Have you seen the new bank heist movie with Jake Gyllenhaal in it?
No.
I forget what it's called. I think it's called Ambulance. I think it's actually pretty good. I watched it with my family.
Yeah.
There's not really much else to
Buddy's
talk
snapping while he's talking.
about. Yeah, I do that a lot lately. When I'm trying to think of something. I'll hit
It's
one of
hard
these.
to edit out, which is why I'm commenting on it.
matter.
There's a lot of things that fuck with the audio. Just like when you take a friggin' can
A fat slug.
and you're just like,
listen to the.
it
Listen to the
echoes
echo.
in the recording.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Man's got a boot of ginger ale over there.
I mixed it with something.
Oh, mixed it with what?
I would offer you, but you're driving.
I am driving.
It's a little Crown Royal.
Man is like just plain Crown. Or you got some Crown Apple in there, Crown Peach,
No, all I had at the corner store was regular.
regular
so
Crown.
it was $3 off.
I don't think I've ever had Crown and ginger ale before.
You can have a sip.
Yeah, let me get a sip of that.
Sip it.
A lot of Crown in there.
Is there?
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of Crown, bro. I don't taste much ginger ale. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is strong.
I think it didn't mix good because you can look at it
yeah.
and see it's a lot
Yep,
thicker.
I
at
can
the
see
top.
all the Crown at the top.
Yeah.
You didn't even mix it at all, did you? You just poured it in.
Well, I
you
poured
shouldn't
it
have
in.
to mix it.
I know. In my brain, I'm like, well, when I pour this in, it should all be mixed.
Yeah, no,
evenly,
when's the
but
last-
that's not how it works.
Like, I've never poured vodka or any kind of like drink in a mix, and then like grabbed a spoon and stirred it. I don't
I've
think
never
done that.
stirred it with a spoon.
Nope. If I put it in like a Powerade bottle, I'll shake it. Pause. I'll just like shake it up. Like
You shake your ginger ale and Crown Royal in a Powerade bottle?
No, not. I don't always put it in a Powerade bottle. What's the drink that I have?
I
that
don't
my
know.
friend made me.
Jack and Coke?
No, it was Powerade and something. Powerade
What?
and like gin or something,
That makes sense.
and it was actually pretty good.
I'm a big gin guy. I like it.
I don't really drink that much gin, but
No? When did you get that Trent sweater?
I've had this trendsetter since I got done first year last year.
Oh.
Last day.
I guess I don't know
Finished my
anything.
last exam, and Dad picked me up and went and bought this for me.
He bought it for you?
Yep. Said, "Do you want anything from there?" I was like, "Yeah, I do."
You should get the Trent
Bet.
University mom hoodie.
I want a Trent University grandparent one.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That would be sick.
because I'm known as being a grandpa. Like just how I be moving.
Dude, you are going to be the greatest grandpa.
I'm gonna be
Ever.
a sick grandpa because I already know how to live that life. I'm living it right now.
Yeah, like
I
just
live like an old dude.
kicking
I
her
live like an
back,
old person.
watching sports, drinking whatever you're drinking. Don't ask what's in my cup.
Yep.
That type of energy.
Yep.
Watching football.
Be okay. Like
That would be you.
everyone hates on being old. Like everyone's like, well, not hates on it, but like everyone's like, oh, I don't want to get old. I don't want.
Race-
Being old is
yeah.
gonna be sick. I think it'll be not that bad. If I found the love of my life, I'm just chilling in my house, sitting in my chair, drinking when I want, like drinking whatever I want.
You will accept all the seniors' discounts gracefully.
Yeah, I will absolutely.
Because I found this out at the gym I worked at for placement. Everyone there, if you're above 55, you're considered a senior.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But I'm
You
like,
didn't know that?
well, I had to go through everyone's profile, and if they were above 55, I had to change their profile from adult to senior. And I'm like, there's maybe one out of 10 people that are happy about the discount,
I was gonna say,
but the other 9 are pissed about
how
being
good of a discount is it though?
like $5. Actually, no.
Yeah, no,
Sorry,
don't even give it to me. at
it's
that point.
$10.
Don't even tell me.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, yeah, like the only bad thing about being old is that like you're gonna die soon.
At any point, you could
Yeah,
die
but we
tomorrow.
know-
That's the beauty of life. Yes, when
Yeah.
you're younger, the potential and the length at which you're going to live is a lot more rich and exciting. But
Wow.
people at 50 could have another 60 years left. They don't know.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
you could have 20.
I wouldn't want to live to like. Well, maybe I don't know. I wouldn't want to live past like 90.
I had a
honestly.
friend who
I
worked
want
at
to
an...
die at like 87 or something like that.
That's a very specific number.
Being like 95. I don't know. There are some healthy 95-year-olds, but like
They are, but they all want to die.
yeah, they all like don't really want to be here anymore.
I had a friend who worked in an old age home,
They all
and
wanna
every
die.
morning when he checked in on the oldest,
say something
like,
like that.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
And they'd be like the they'd be like the healthiest person there who goes out and smokes like 3 cigarettes a day and drinks like 4 Cokes.
Dude,
You
at
gotta-
95, I'm gonna do every like.
Drug?
No, I won't do.
You
every
can't say that
drug.
on the
No, I'm not gonna
podcast.
say that on the pod. But listen, bro, when I'm 95, I don't care what anyone thinks of me. Like, I will do the things that I wanted to do before that were just unhealthy and I didn't decide to.
Here.
Then,
Mark my words.
if I die, I die.
If
I'm
I get to
95.
95 and I haven't already robbed a bank, I will.
You're gonna rob a bank.
That'll be I will find a way to take the fall, and then everyone else who's with me, and I could have a really young crew, they can just go live a happy life, and I'll take the hit.
Yeah, but
All
bro,
y'all get away with this money. I'm staying here and getting shot at by the
So,
cops.
this is interesting.
I'm joking, but
Because, well, yeah, see, that's what I thought. But this is interesting because the movie I was talking about, the one with Gyllenhaal in it, when my family was watching that, I said, other than freaking out the hostages, if you have hostages, it's like if you're robbing a bank to everyday people in that city, whatever the city is that you rob them, or whoever goes to that bank, is that really hurting the average person that much if you rob the bank, or is it just hurting the bank?
no, the bank gets it insured too, so it's just the insurance companies.
Yeah. So, I mean, you just make a bunch of money.
Yeah, I think
I'm not
that's
saying it's a good thing to rob a bank, but like,
you're
who's
kinda,
really getting hurt in the
you're
process?
kind of condoning a crime.
I'm
right
not
now.
condoning a crime. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying if anyone's going to get hurt by this, I feel like it's the bank.
It's their reputation that also takes a hit when
Yeah.
they're robbed successfully. I think that's why heist movies are so easy to get behind. You're like, okay, no one's really being hurt here. I want to root for the bad guy.
Yeah.
And if you're watching a heist movie, that's who you're rooting for, is the people pulling the heist. Do you have a
that's true.
favorite heist movie?
I don't really watch a whole lot of heist movies. I've watched the one that I've just talked about.
Ambulance? Is that what it's called?
I think it's called Ambulance. And
My favorite by a mile.
I don't even know what. Oh, the one where they. I was just gonna say the one where they wear like those. The one where they wear like the nun masks. You know what I'm talking? Like they wear like nun outfits to do it. It's kind of sick.
Oh, that's the one with Ben Affleck. What's that
Yeah.
called?
I forget what it's called though, but that one's good.
It's the one where they're from Boston.
Well, it's Ben Affleck. They got to be from Boston.
Oh,
Is Ben Affleck actually from Boston, or does he just always play guys that are from Boston?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because Wahlberg does that too, and I think Wahlberg's actually from Boston. I think.
I don't think he is.
Or no, is he? Where is he from?
Oh, okay. So
he
the
always plays guys from Boston.
the Ben Affleck movie is called The Town.
Or Matt Damon. No,
That one's not even that good. The best. Well, not the best. I think is the best. My favorite heist movie is Ocean's 11.
I've never even seen that movie.
You need to watch it
Yeah, I've never seen.
because
any of
there's
those
3 movies. There's Ocean's 11.
13.
Actually, there's 4. Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13,
Mhm.
and get this, movie number 4.
Ocean's 15.
You skipped 14, but
Oh,
also it's
I
called
know.
Ocean's 8.
Oh, that's weird.
Also,
the 4th movie is called Ocean's 8.
yeah.
What's the context here?
Okay,
Would
well,
this give it away?
it's the women ensemble version, but also the movie spoils itself. So the big reveal of this movie is supposed to be that Anne Hathaway, who I haven't seen the movie very recently, but works around the place they're trying to rob. But in all the trailers and the covers is a part of the crew. So when in the movie, all of a sudden they're like, oh, she's in on it or she's helping us. That's supposed to be some big plot twist.
Oh, and it wasn't.
No, because she's in the
wait, just-
poster. The
Okay.
movie is called Ocean's 8. And before she joins, there's only 7. But yeah. So we got a big game in the NBA tonight.
Check the score.
I'm wearing the Cleveland sweater to try and jinx them. Because as you all may know, I'm a Knicks fan. And the Knicks are on an 8-game win streak.
They are.
dude.
I saw that the other day.
We just pumped the Warriors by 38.
Brunson.
Brunson, bro. Quickly went crazy.
Did he?
Yeah.
I just dropped him. So that's unfortunate. No, but look at his fantasy numbers. They're so bad. He like almost never breaks like 15.
Yeah, because he's such a streaky player. Like, he'll have 31 game and then 8
Yeah, by
points for
streaky-
5 games in a row.
Yeah, most of his games are when he gets 8 points though lately this season.
Emmanuel Midley.
Emmanuel Midley is fine.
No, I'm not gonna say that because I love my boy Quickly. Cavs are up by 9, almost to halftime.
Who has what?
Bucks have 38. Cavs have 47.
No, like who scored what?
Giannis has 19, 6 and 1.
Predictable.
Steal and a block.
Yep.
Garland has 10. And then it's like pretty much evenly spread out. Like everyone has like 5, 4, 6,
As
6, 4, 6.
As it be. It's normally how it be going.
The Moblinator also has a steal and a block.
Hey, that's what I like to see.
He's on your team.
I know.
Fanny
He's on
Wanny.
both of my teams.
Also, my streak of having the most points in the league was snapped, but I still won, so I don't care.
I'm 5-3 now.
You're
Am-
6-3 now.
Am I?
Yeah, you
Okay.
won.
Oh yeah, I did win last.
I'm
week.
8-1,
I'm all
and
in.
my only loss was week 1 to the guy who's 9-0.
Okay.
But that was before I made my trade. So next time I play him, I'm gonna have AD back. I'm optimistic.
When do
But,
you play him though?
Like weeks from now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna
The-
say. Yeah.
The big matchup I have is with Crippy C.
Crippy C.
Yeah.
Some of these names.
No, that's Chris Paul. That is going to be a heated matchup. That'll be the week of the 26th.
Okay.
So I'm going to have easy dubs up until Christmas.
Dub.
So this week's a wrap already, I'll say.
Yeah, the guy I played last week was just awful.
Have you played Pumpkins Just Pumpkins yet?
I think that's the team I played last.
Dude, that guy's team name, I love fantasy because you'll always have one guy whose username is like bread. It's just bread. And their profile picture is just bread.
Pumpkins, just pumpkins.
And it's a pumpkin as
And
his
it's a
profile
pumpkin.
picture.
Yeah, no, I think that's the guy I played last week. I was
Yeah.
like, why is this guy's profile picture a pumpkin?
The name I rock a
Halloween
lot of the
was like-
time.
2 months ago.
A lot of the time I go with New York Thicks.
Yep.
That's one of my
that's,
go-tos.
That's the most common, I would say. That's
Yeah. And then
whatever you guys
sometimes
say.
I go something like team themed, but
team theme.
yeah,
What is it? It's just Jimmy Buckets now, right?
it's Jimmy's Buckets.
Jimmy's Buckets.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
But he's not even the leading scorer on my team. Now that
he's kind of mid.
Now that AD's out, it's probably Zion.
Yep.
But I also my team's just mad deep.
Losing AD is extremely tough.
But although the Levine trade discussion is gonna put a wrench in my season.
NBA trade discussion?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he's been in trade discussion.
Yeah, there's like a huge disconnect between him and the organization right now.
Oh shit.
They're probably gonna trade him.
You know who needs him is the Lakers, but
You know who needs him is the Knicks.
the Knicks do need him. That would be crazy.
Levine on the Knicks, bro.
You know it won't happen, but that would be crazy.
I know. I'm never gonna get optimistic
Yeah, don't
about
get
a
your hopes
star
up. Do yourself a
coming
favor.
to New York again.
But you know who
Ever.
is good? As well as the Knicks, honestly. The Knicks are playing very well right now. But as the other New York team, the Nets have been playing very well lately.
Yeah. Well,
They're on a win streak themselves.
I was talking to another guy about the buzzer beater that Kyrie hit on the Raptors.
Oh man.
That was cold.
I know. I saw I saw that. That's pretty much all I saw of that game.
I'm like, get Freddie a map, bro.
Yeah, no.
He left him.
Freddie dropped like 39 in that game too.
Yeah. Well, Kyrie had 32.
Dropping 39 and then losing to a buzzer beater.
Yeah, that's tough.
So tough.
Like I say, the buzzer beaters that come when there's a tie game are somewhat less impressive than if you're down. If you're down 2, you take a 3 and win the game. That's the pinnacle of buzzer beaters.
Yep.
But most people in those situations will just go for the 2 to tie.
Shea hit a buzzer beater the other night too.
Shea does that, man.
He is him.
He is
him.
him.
Shea is him. Shea Himigus Alexander. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Himothy goes to school. Him Parsons.
Tyrese Himmerburton.
What?
Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Himmerburton.
Him Henson.
Him Henson.
Yeah.
I can't think of any Jims other than Jim Halpert, honestly.
Yeah. I've used all mine.
Yeah, that's the only.
Himmy Butler?
Himmy Butler?
Yeah. That's a good one. So we talked about this on the podcast. If France made the final, what did we want to happen?
Messi.
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 And he
goal,
did
goal,
it
goal,
in
goal,
like
goal, 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 goal.
the greatest World Cup game ever.
Yep. No
That's-
question.
That has to be.
It has to.
Because
The only thing is that a lot of them were penalties, but
a penalty's a goal.
it's a goal. I wish that it was all goals. I don't like to see penalties, and I don't like to see a game end in penalties, honestly. I didn't like that.
No.
But other than that, like the most exciting game I've ever seen.
But when it went to penalties, I thought for sure France was going to win.
Why?
I don't know. Because I was under the impression that France had the better goalie, and
They
France
have-
is
that's
somewhat more
fair.
loaded offensively. So from like a penalty
The
kick
Argentina
standpoint,
goalie Martinez played better in that game.
I know he was nuts.
Made the most clutch save ever.
Yep.
And humped the Golden
But-
Glove, which was crazy.
We must talk about Mbappe.
Mbappe.
So won his first World Cup at 19 years old, and then at 23 in this World Cup, scores a hat trick.
Yep.
And
4 goals.
might I add,
4 goals technically.
yeah, might I add the most clutch thing I've ever seen anyone do in any sport. They were down 2-0 at the 80th minute, and then boom, back-to-back goals
Yep.
like that. Tie
Within
game. And then
96 seconds?
yeah, and then Messi scored in extra time in the 108th minute,
Mm-hmm.
and then Mbappe is like, "No, I'm not letting you guys win in regulation." Boom, tied it at the 118th minute.
Yeah.
It does not get more clutch than that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, and it does not get much more of a close game than that. Emotional roller coaster to another level, especially like imagine
Yeah.
being an Argentina fan there. His best friend turning around in the penalties, in the last penalties, just could not watch for
Yeah.
the whole penalties almost.
But
Just turned around.
the whole game, I was watching it while I was getting a Christmas tree actually, but I was just kind of tuning in here and there.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see really any of the goals live.
Ugh.
I just watched penalties when it was like being
Oh.
decided.
Oh,
I wouldn't change it. I had fun. I got my Christmas tree. I went sledding. It was a fun
you went
time.
sledding?
Yep. I broke the what was it, the handle
On the sled?
right away.
How?
I went to
Just ripped it off.
I went to take it up the hill and it ripped.
What?
Yeah.
Trash ass sled. Wait, what was this was this one of those sleds that like you have a steering wheel for?
No.
What you were pulling it up?
Yeah, well they have them attached so you can like drag people behind you,
Okay,
which is what I
okay.
was doing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, there were
It-
people on the sled that you were dragging.
One person, yeah.
Oh, okay, you were dragging her all the way up the hill.
Yeah, and I dragged her up the hill, and then we went down the hill,
What a
and I
gentleman.
just ripped her down.
Oh,
I'm like, I'm gonna send you into a tree. I'm gonna.
wow. That is foul.
I assure you, I was comforting.
I'm just going to comfortingly
Yep.
give you as much comfort as I can as you run into this tree.
Yeah. But what have you been up to since you got home?
I just got home. Like, I got home, ate, and then, like, waited for the car and then came over.
Why did you go home first? Like, it doesn't make sense. I would just, like, stop here on the way.
Because?
I guess you wanted to visit here, too. So
Yep.
you wanted to be, like, chilling. But
Yep.
we're going to have another game of Took. It's going to happen.
It will happen. And I want to watch the rest of this Cavs game.
I will not out you for what happened in the last game, but let's just say a massacre happened.
Yeah, a massacre happened because you got Paul George, bro. That's all
We
it
didn't
is.
make it to the end of the game.
If this guy gets Paul George, it's over every time. It's
No,
upsetting.
I had 30 points with Paul George halfway through the second quarter.
No, it was at halftime.
We didn't get to halftime.
I didn't know I called it that early. I had
You
to,
did.
bro.
It was before halftime.
Because you were making everything. You dunked on like 3 of my players at
Yep.
one time. It was
I'll admit, Paul George was making some blasphemous layups.
Paul George is he was. Paul
He-
George is the most OP player, like one of the most OP players in 2K.
It's just because I've been using him for like 4 2Ks in a row.
Yeah, so is everybody. What
I
do
know
you
his
mean?
moves, bro.
Yeah, like drive
No.
and then you can score.
I score
You
mad.
dunk on like 4 players at a
I
time.
had like 4 3-pointers with him. You can't even say that. The
You
only
can
shots I had that I missed were threes. It was 2. I
Yeah,
missed 2
because-
shots.
Yep, because you
Actually,
could
no,
drive
no.
and every single time he
There-
would dunk. It's not like it
No,
wasn't even a
I
question.
could tell the final straw for you was when he missed the layup and then proceeded to grab his own rebound and then dunk on your center.
Yep.
Paul George, everyone.
Yep. Paul George in 2K.
Paul George is like that.
He's like that, but I'm sorry, bro. Now he's not doing that.
We
He's
can
not dunking on a center.
Yeah, we can all
Off the
agree
jump.
peak Paul George was Indiana Pacers Paul George. But to be more specific, yeah. That man took the Pacers to game 7 against the LeBron Heat. And people want to say, "Oh, he can't win. He can't lead his own team." He did it. He almost beat the LeBron Miami Heat with the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, he did.
took
That
them
was a
to
good,
game
it was a
7.
good Pacers team, though. They were good. They were good.
Yeah.
They were a good team. A decent team.
They were a good team,
They were a good team.
but Miami was better.
Didn't Oladipo? Yeah, but Oladipo did that, but against like a terrible team other than LeBron. So I mean,
No, who was on that team?
that's what I mean. Other than LeBron,
That was
team
when
was awful.
Kevin Love would put up a mean 10-7.
Yeah, mean.
Like the loudest 10-7 I've ever seen from Kevin Love.
I remember that actually.
Bobby Portis is like, is he a modern K Love? Is that what we're gonna say on the podcast?
Nah, dude, they are so. They're not even close to the same.
I just love
I
Bobby.
don't know why I almost said so similar.
Leading up to that run, I'm like, dude, trust me, Bobby Portis is nice. And you're like, no way. Guess who kept doing what he does
Yeah, see, but
in that run?
your
Bobby
take-
Portis.
your take, and I will say at that point it looked like it was the truth. But if we look at the game right now, I'm starting Brook Lopez over Bobby Portis. Brook Lopez's defensive stats are crazy this year.
Brooke Lopez is also having
He
like the
dropped
best
30 the other
season he's had since he played for Brooklyn.
I agree.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm starting Brook Lopez over Bobby Portis. You did always say to start Bobby Portis over Brook Lopez, and in that playoff
But
series,
that was based on the way he played the last couple of seasons. Now I'm like, no, start Brooke.
yeah.
But that's also because Brooke is an awful rebounder. Historically bad for his size.
Is he
Look at
right now though? This year too.
throughout his career, he's never grabbed more than like 9 a game.
What is he doing this year?
Probably like 7. Not even.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess like 4.
Dude, he's playing with Giannis. Like
I know, but you're
he's been
7,
playing with Giannis.
You're 7 feet tall.
Giannis is also 7 feet tall, and he's Giannis.
But my point is that even
Grabbing
when
7 rebounds for Brook Lopez for me is fine.
even if he didn't
Team.
play with Giannis until like what 2018,
Yeah.
up to that point he was an awful rebounder. He always
With
has
the
been.
Nets.
Yes,
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't remember his stats when he played for the Nets. That
No.
was so long ago.
the people listening, look it up right now. He was a bad rebounder. I'm telling you. That.
I trust you.
Yeah, I can't think of a worse rebounder for that size.
But I mean, he's a big part of the reason why I think the Bucks will win the championship this year if he keeps playing the way he does.
I think the
The
Bucks.
Bucks are the best team in the league right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
Just their rim protection, their ability to close games. Once they get Middleton actually healthy,
Yeah.
like in game shape,
Yeah.
this team is going to be disgusting.
Yep.
And in the West,
And they just got Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles came back.
I know, he just came back.
Came back from injury. They're the best team in the league.
The only thing is
Cavs are the third best team in the league.
they have to use the regular season as their time to figure out, okay, who do we want to start at shooting guard? Pat Connaughton, Grayson Allen, Joe Ingles. Who do we want? Each of those guys you can throw in off the bench and they'll give you like a couple 3-pointers, play really high energy defense. I mean, Joe, I don't know what he can give you defensively after this injury because he tore his ACL.
And that is the one position that is up in the air for them.
Shooting guard. But if it were me, I would start Middleton at shooting guard.
I was thinking that, but then who do you put at 3?
At the 3? Probably Nwora.
You're starting Jordan Nwora over Pat Connaughton?
Pat Connaughton's great off the bench. Like, I just think that's too short a lineup. But yeah, you could have Connaughton at shooting guard.
That's what I mean.
If someone other than Middleton is playing shooting guard, I want it to be Pat Connaughton.
If they had,
I'm biased. You know how much I love Pat Connaughton. I've been saying this for years. And at the beginning, I'll admit it was a joke. But slowly I fell in love with the joke. I fell in love with his white men can't jump, his dunk contest performance. So slept on. I love Pat Connaughton. And if he ever hears me, I'll say to his face, I love you, bro.
wow,
Thank you. That man can jump out of the gym.
He can. What was I going to say?
This is going to be off topic. I know it.
No, it wasn't. It was literally going to be about the Bucks. I forgot what I was going to say, though.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Milwaukee Bucks.
But
Milwaukee Bucks.
Ever since because I've thought a lot about the Bucks in my life, especially in recent years. For Milwaukee, the biggest difference for them was getting a good on-ball defender, like in Drew Holiday, as a point guard.
Yep.
But also just having a decent playmaker. Other than, because Giannis was kind of the focal point up to that point. It's not like Bledsoe was that good. Like
I forgot when they had
Bledsoe. Do you remember the year when they lost in the bubble? Their point guards were George Hill and Eric Bledsoe.
George Hill's not bad though, but I mean
those are not championship level point guards.
No, I agree, but
defensively or offensively, they're not. So when they added literally the greatest defensive point guard I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is the perfect addition for them.
And he
fit in perfectly in their system.
He's just quiet, humble, works hard, does the right shit. He wins them games. Yeah,
they added him and then they went and won a championship
instantly. Him and Giannis alone almost beat Boston.
Mm-hmm.
By themselves. I mean, that's completely hurting the significance of everyone else on that team. But
I would say that their depth has gone down, though. Honestly,
what do you mean?
Where's their depth? They don't have they have two good players off the bench, maybe 3.
I can name several.
Well, you got to start one of them.
Okay, so I'll give you my starting 5, and then I'll tell you who's good on the bench.
Okay, Bobby Portis. Give me your starting 5.
Okay, so my starting 5.
We know who the 4 are and who's the 5th.
Okay, Holiday at point. Shooting guard, I'll say Pat.
Yeah.
Small forward,
Middleton. Giannis. Brook.
Power forward, Giannis. Center,
Brook. Yeah.
And then 6th man, Bobby.
Yep.
Grayson Allen.
Okay. Yeah.
Is an amazing 3-point shooter.
Very good 3-point shooter.
Very high energy player.
I will give you that.
He's
high energy.
He stirs shit up.
Yeah.
But he's also one of those guys who I just think the way he plays on the court makes him look like a bad guy. He's actually a really cool guy. Nice dude.
Where do you get this from?
Just look at his demeanor. He was on.
Look at his demeanor.
Yeah, no,
bro. Have you met him? No.
Just okay. That's the biggest glimpse I've gotten into who Grayson Allen is as a person is through JJ Redick's podcast. It's hard.
JJ Redick talking about how good of a person Grayson Allen is, or
I'm not
Grayson
praising him. I'm just saying he's thought to be an absolute dirtbag who just wants to injure people. That's not true.
He's a dickhead though.
On the court, yeah, but so is Embiid. So is so many guys. Embiid is a total.
Okay, but they're dickheads in another
Yeah, I'm just saying a lot of guys are like that.
Embiid's a dickhead, but he's also Joel Embiid. So
Chris Paul, total asshole on the court.
Yep, and he's Chris Paul.
I know.
Grayson Allen is Grayson Allen.
But Grayson Allen hits threes and plays really good defense.
He hits threes.
Yeah. He's allowed to act like that.
Imagine if Joe Ingles acted like how Grayson Allen did. Everyone would start to not like Joe Ingles, understandably.
Yeah. The stuff that Grayson Allen got away with in college, I just think might have been a maturity thing.
Yeah, he's also just a dirty player, proven after every single time that you watch him play.
I'm going to throw Chris Paul in again, so is Chris Paul.
A dirty player?
Yeah.
I think Chris Paul's a very smart player.
I will say, if you're a dirty player, you're also smart by doing so. I mean,
Zaza Pachulia, was he a genius?
No.
No.
But he understood that, I can look away and make it look like I'm not trying to injure Kawhi by sticking my foot under him.
Yeah.
And he got away with it.
Imagine too. Honestly though, imagine if he didn't do that. And
Yeah.
Kawhi was fully healthy that whole series. I think they
Yeah.
would have beat him. Is that a KD Warriors team though?
That was the KD Warriors team.
Oh.
The first team.
Bro, they would have won. I honestly think they would have won that series if Kawhi didn't get
That
hurt.
Spurs team was nice.
They were so good.
Yeah, I don't know. Grayson Allen, he's not a bad guy.
From what? Where do you get this from?
I told you, the podcast.
Okay, you didn't answer my question. Was he on the podcast and he just seemed like a nice guy? Or was JJ Redick talking a bunch about how much Grayson Allen is actually a great guy and he's not this?
Both.
When Grayson Allen was off of the podcast.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
That's it.
You have been known to say, and cut this out if you don't want JJ Redick to hear this, but you have been known to say that JJ Redick is, as they say, a bit of a dick rider sometimes.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
No.
Would you say? And you said this, that JJ Redick is not only a dick rider, but sometimes he will say things that are negative about a player, and then when they're on the podcast, say good things about them.
Yeah.
Have you not said that?
I have said that.
You have said that.
Yeah. He was praising him and being we as a community have misinterpreted who he is as a person. He calls him out for this stuff he did. But yeah, as a man, as a person, he's definitely a good guy.
Okay. Well, if JJ Redick says so, it must be true.
Now, if something comes out that proves otherwise, I will be the first to say,
okay,
he's an asshole.
Now,
But
back to the bench of Milwaukee, because you've named Bobby Portis and Grayson Allen.
yeah, I went off on a little Grayson Allen tangent.
So I have 2 to 3 really good bench players that come out.
George Hill, Nora.
He's still on that team.
Yeah,
George Hill
and Joe Ingles.
No, George Hill's somewhere else now.
He's on the team.
Are you sure?
Yes. They also have Wesley Matthews.
Well, George Hill's old as hell.
They also have Wesley Matthews.
Okay, Wes Matthews, I'll give you that.
That's 5 guys.
Yeah, okay. I forgot they still had Wes Matthews, and I forgot they still had George Hill. I thought both of those guys were gone by now.
Game to game, the depth they have, mint.
Okay.
They are set.
Yeah,
because
listen, I'm the one that said they're the best team in the league.
Yeah.
And I think they'll win a championship this year. I don't take that back.
And I'm going to say Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis are the same player, but I know that they're not. Those 4 guys in the playoffs are going to have 36 to 40 minutes each.
Yep.
And there are going to be games where they pump teams for 103 quarters and they can just kind of chill for the 4th, which they do a lot.
They have been known to be a regular season team, but I mean, as soon as they won a championship, that kind of went out the window, I would say.
I just think they're a perennial NBA championship contender and will be as long as they have Giannis on the team.
They are exactly what a championship team needs in every facet of the term, every single facet.
If they're healthy, it's hard to picture any team beating them.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They didn't have Middleton last. Did they have Middleton when they played the Celtics?
No.
They didn't.
They lost Middleton.
If they have a healthy Middleton, they're winning the championship. It will happen.
Unless the Pelicans do. I'm really scared of the Pelicans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
just because Zion is
all buying in on defense. This team.
Yeah, that's the thing. Zion is the only player that I would give a chance to guard Giannis. If he's
guard? I don't know what he's going to do against him, honestly. They're just going to let Giannis eat. That's what most teams should do. I'm okay with him barreling his way to the rim, making most of those shots, and then fouling him and him making 60% of his free throws.
And Middleton can't be Middleton.
I'm just really tired of every year us believing that his free throws are going to get better. I realize that it looks better, but it's the same thing every year. That it's just, he'd be great if he could make free throws.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be great if he was hitting threes regularly.
I honestly, though, how they've built around Giannis, he doesn't need to make threes.
No.
I don't care if he makes threes.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to make threes, and he makes threes better than he did when he was 22 or 23, which is fine enough for me. I mean, I would say the only thing that he needs to get better with, he won a championship without it. So it's not the end of the world and he'll still be great. But the only thing that he like would actually need to improve is the free throws.
I
That's
think
it. Because they've built around him perfectly.
Yeah.
Especially with the addition of Joe Ingles.
Yeah.
All these 3-point shooters they have around. Even their center, Brook Lopez, is like a very good 3-point shooter.
I definitely believe that he's wasting his time focusing so much on threes.
Yep.
He needs to focus on free throws.
Get free throws down and then
Yeah.
move to threes, honestly.
Because, dude, I'm of the belief that most NBA players, whether they practice threes that much or not, could make like 30 to 40%.
Yeah.
Now, the upper echelon of 3-point shooters, the ones who are 40, 41, 42, 43, like really high percentage shooters, those are the ones that's all they do.
Mhm.
Unless you're Steph Curry, in which case you do everything. But it's a tough time for injuries right now.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
a lot of hurt players. My fantasy team is looking a little bit scarce.
Paul George is just always hurt for me, which
Is he hurt again?
he's hurt right now.
Oh,
I think. I might be wrong.
I just lost.
but he's just always day to day.
I just lost AD again. And I said on the podcast last time that I didn't care if he got hurt. This is me saying I care that he got hurt.
Yeah.
It
you should
sucks.
care if he got hurt.
But having Zion does make it better. Having Jaren Jackson makes it better.
I should have traded you Paul George for AD. I should have done that.
Jaren
It hurts
Jackson.
me every day that I didn't.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is an unbelievable rim protector.
What is he averaging right now?
Almost 4 blocks a game.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he had 5 blocks the other night, and that was a bad game.
And the Grizzlies are very good this year, aren't they? Oh man.
They're first in the West, I think.
Oh man.
Except last night they got dogged by the Nuggets.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh.
They could not make
man.
anything.
Couldn't do
They-
anything with Jokic.
They were
eh?
down 20 in the first quarter.
Oh. That's the thing with the Grizzlies, honestly. Sometimes they'll just do that.
They just fall flat on their face. And
Yeah.
Chase, someone who doesn't watch basketball that much, perfectly described what they were doing. He's like, yeah, towards the end of the game, they were just kind of walking around like,
Yep.
and I'm like, yeah, I can picture Jaw doing that exactly.
Yep.
Just sulking around. Jaw's of
They need Desmond Bain back, bro.
Yes.
When is he back? Like, he's been on the bench for so long.
he's been out for like 20 games.
I'm
I want to
so
say
tired of
because
seeing
he
him on
was
the bench.
nice at the beginning
That's
of
what I'm
this year.
saying.
Like 25 a game. Now, is that sustainable? Maybe. Even if he just gives them like 20 to 23 a game,
Yeah.
that is a huge difference maker for them. Because I love Jaren Jackson, but he is not anywhere near as good a scorer as Desmond Bain.
Yep, I agree.
They need Jaren Jackson to focus on defense in order for that team to be more successful. Now, that isn't me saying that Jaren Jackson can't develop as an offensive player, but it is nice to see him kind of sticking more to like what works for him. So not settling for really crappy mid-range jumpers. He's really trying to get to the rim for easy looks.
He's a good 3-point shooter, too.
And he, you know what? He makes open threes, so he keeps looking for those. But those weird mid-range jumpers, like you got so many guys on your team that can shoot better from there.
Yeah.
Go to where you can score. Take some threes when you're open. When you get hot, keep shooting them and get to the rim.
Yep.
Get a couple free throws. Get some easy buckets. That's all you need.
Okay, I want to watch the Cavs, bro.
Buddy wants to watch the
I
Cavs.
want to
so
watch NBA.
we're gonna wrap it up here
Yep.
soon. Yeah, it's been this one's a little less chaotic, I'd say.
For sure, less chaotic.
This will probably see the light of day on Friday. Stay tuned for more Friday uploads
Yes, sir.
of the 6-Man podcast.
Yes, sir.
Next one will be
Stop yawning, bro.
actually no, we'll have one more episode before the new year, but big things are coming in the new year. More to come.
Absolutely.
But yeah, do you got anything you want to say to the people, Ed?
I'll take 5 Whoppers and 5
More Whoppers. He was so like elegant with
It's
it.
one of my favorite videos ever.
I'll have 5 Whoppers.
They both
and,
got the crowns on.
and 5
5
more Whoppers.
Oh,
That's
man.
your meme of the day,
Meme of the
everyone.
day.
Meme of the day. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Go watch it. 5 more Whoppers. Just
Yep.
look that up.
Yeah, hopefully this game's a whopper.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, I hope so.
I want to go
But-
watch it.
We're gonna wrap it up here. Are we gonna do anything for the outro? Just let it fade here.
Let it fade.
Let it fade. Keep being the people.
Keep being people.
Keep chilling.
Keep booling.
Podcast.
Pod.
All right.
All right.
6-Man podcast. We have.
Yeah.